Hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer McArdle. I'm with McArdle Media. And if you are here for Google My Business, or that's what we used to call it, it's now Google Business Profile, then you are in the right place. I am going to talk to you today about some of the basics of the Google Business Profile, why it's important for a small business. And if you need to take a deeper dive into this after this presentation, I am here to help you. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got a lot to cover today, so I'm going to jump right in. Now, it's currently, the platform is called Google Business Profile, but prior it was referred to as Google My Business. You'll hear me say those terms back and forth, but know that it's now Google Business Profile. But I'm sure if you Google My Business, you'll still find helpful information about that. But let's go ahead and jump in. So McArdle Media and this webinar are in no way sponsored, endorsed, or administered by or associated with Google. Google and the Google logo are registered trademarks of Google LLC. I am just someone in the community that wants to bring education and information to you to make this a little bit easier for you to manage in your business. So again, Jennifer McArdle, I have a business background. I stay on top of what's going on in the digital marketing world by staying on top of the latest and greatest, what's going on in the market, to stay on top of things so that I can bring that information to you in an easy, digestible way. Because let me tell you, I have sat through many conferences, many trainings, and it can be quite boring. So my plan with these webinars that I host and the training that I offer is to bring it to you in a way that makes sense for you. As a small business, you don't have time to learn all of the theory behind why we do what we do. You just need actionable steps to make things happen for your business. And that's what I'm here to help you do. I am located up here in Michigan in a city called Livonia, and that's outside of Detroit. But I work with clients nationally. I've had clients in Ohio, California, Texas, in Georgia. I was doing the remote working thing before remote working was cool with COVID. And because of the nature of my business, I'm able to connect with folks like you through Zoom and other platforms. So it's easy for me to work with clients this way. And just briefly about the business, I help businesses with social media and digital marketing for a small business. I like to say it's time to go social and we make it simple. Again, just making it easy for you as a business to jump in because quite honestly, a lot of this can be daunting. So what we specialize in mostly is social media, and that includes Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. We create organic content and can manage your communities for you. But I also do presentations and things like this and help people get their Google business profiles set up. I serve business to consumer businesses, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and my approach is more hands-on than other businesses. I speak the language of small business. I'm a small business myself, so that helps me to be able to communicate that in a way to get your marketing to your prospective clients. And anytime that you enter into a contract with me, it's month to month. I want to be flexible for small businesses. Again, as a small business myself, I know that you need that flexibility. So reaching more people online, that's what we're trying to do with digital marketing. But how do we do that? That's the big question. So today we're going to talk about Google Business Profile. Again, we've known it for years as Google My Business. So the Google Business Profile, with a business profile on Google, you can manage how your business shows up across Google products, Google Maps. When we say Google as a general term for searching for things. When you set up your profile, you control what information is shown. If you run a business that serves customers at a particular location, or you serve customers within a designated service area, your business profile can help people find you. Think about how many times, even in just this past week, you've gotten onto Google to look for something, a product, a service, a business. Maybe you needed bagels and wanted to find your local bagel shop. You typed in bagels near me. We use Google to find businesses. And if you're not showing up on Google, you're missing out. People aren't able to find you. So what can you do with a Google business profile? You can maintain accurate information about your business online. You tell Google your hours, website, phone number, location. That could be a street address. For me, I don't have a brick and mortar business, so I can show my general service area. You can have a place marker where you might be. Depending on your business, you'll tell Google how to show your information. Use the mobile app to stay up to date with your online presence wherever you are. It's possible that your information is out there on Google. Maybe someone, set up the information, but you're not in control of it. You want to be in control of your business information to make sure that it's up to date so people can really find you. If your website has changed, your phone number has changed, your hours have changed. This puts you in control of being able to make those changes to let people know what's going on with your business. You can interact with customers. You can just put photos of your business, photos of your products, talk about your services. You can also get reviews. Google reviews are such a big push for your business in that they really elevate you in terms of people are searching for things. How many times in this past week even have you been on Amazon or Google and looked at the reviews for a business, a product, a service? If you're not there, if people aren't seeing that for your business, again, you're missing out. You really have to be present on Google for people to notice you, for people to see you. Even if you've been in business for years, you've been in business before Google was even Google, right? But it's still important for you to show up there because local people in the community may have known about you for 20, 30, 40 years, but a new generation of people may not know about you. People coming into town, moving to a new area may not know about you. So being able to interact with your customers in this way is crucial. Being able to interact with your customers they can leave reviews, you can respond to reviews. You can post images of your building. So that way, when they arrive to your address, they see, oh, I'm in the right place. I saw that picture on my Google search, on maps. Okay, I know I'm in the right place. You can post images. Let's say you're a massage therapy studio. You can show pictures of the entrance. You can show pictures of the individual rooms where massages take place. That way people kind of get a feel for your business before they walk in. It breaks down that barrier of maybe they're a little anxious coming in or they've never been to your business before. Showing your business is super helpful to, get people just comfortable to come into your business. Let's see here. And attracting new customers. I think if we were to raise our hands, how many of you want to attract new customers? And I would bet it's the majority of us, right? So you can improve how your business appears online so new customers can find you. You can point customers to your website. So maybe they need to go through your website to, again, with the massage example, they need to book an appointment. You want to point them to your website. When you're ready, you can consider using location-based ads with smart campaigns and Google ads to reach an even larger audience. So having that profile, that Google business profile established will help you when you're ready to run ads as well. So being able to attract new customers, who doesn't want that? Having that Google business profile will help with that. So, let's just do a walkthrough. Let's take a look to see what does this actually look like. So I Googled McArdle Media. Let's see what comes up for my business here. So here on the side, this is what we would consider the Google business profile. You see a map comes up of my service area. We can see photos here, my headshots, so people know what I look like. They know what to expect when they meet me, either virtually or in person. And then my logos. If you are a brick and mortar business, meaning that you have an actual building, you can post, again, pictures of the outside of the building, pictures of the inside of the building. If you offer products, you can take pictures of those products. All of that can go here on your Google business profile. It looks like I've got 8 Google reviews. So people have reviewed my business. I have my areas that I serve. I serve anyone within the US. However, to show locally where I'm located, I can let people know this is my general location. Again, if you're a brick and mortar business, you can show your exact location so that people can find you on Google Maps. The phone number, how to make an appointment with me. Here's all this information that just by typing in my business name, all of this information comes up. It wouldn't come up had I not set this up. So let's say I type in McArdle Media, none of this information shows up. So people have to poke through over here to figure out, do I want to go to the website? Should I see if they're a member of the chamber? Are they on MapQuest, on Facebook? This just makes it easier. They can click directly here, website, and go to my website. I have it set up to where people can call me, so they can click this call button and speak to me directly. The other neat thing that I don't think a lot of people know about the Google Business Profile is that you can put posts here like you would on social media. So these are some posts that I had done a while back that I had also shared here. And I get a decent amount of hits on this, or people are seeing this content. They wouldn't see it if I wasn't putting it out there. So being able to put this information out there so people can actually see it. But let's pull back the curtain and really look at what it looks like behind the scenes. So this is my Google Business Profile Manager. This is where all the action happens. This is where I can add things, change things. This is once I already have it established. To set up a profile page, if that's something that you need help with, that's something that we can talk about one-on-one, but this is what it looks like once it's already established. So this is sort of my dashboard. Those posts I was talking about that's similar to social media, I can click here and create a post. They've added this COVID-19 update, which is still very relevant and important for businesses today. You can talk about, do you require masks in your facility? A lot of healthcare facilities still require you to wear masks. Are you closed on certain days or certain times? Have you changed the way that your business works? Giving updates like that. Do you have a special offer, something that people would like to know about? Are you running a special? Are you running a coupon, 20% off, things like that? Or what's new? What's new with your business? Do you have a new product? Do you have a new service that you're offering? If you are a massage therapist, now you're offering essential oils. That type of information would be really useful to someone searching for your business. And then events. You could post about events that you're having as well. To add photos, I click here on add photo. I can add lots of different photos, again, in the business, outside of the business, products, services, and you can also add video as well. How cool would it be if you had never been to this business before, but they had a video walking in the front door and showing you around the business? You'd have a pretty good feel of what that business looked like before you got there. I think that's there are studies that show that that type of thing helps people to, if they're anxious about coming in, if they haven't been to your business before, they're considering, well, should I come or not? Having these types of photos and videos help break down that barrier to get them to come through the door. Other things that you can do, I see my latest post here, reviews. I've had people leave me reviews. If I click on manage reviews, I can see all of the reviews that have been left, the ones that I've replied to. It's very important for you to reply to the reviews, the good, the bad, the ugly, reply when you can. And I've got 2 reviews that I haven't replied to. So I need to jump in here and reply to them. And these have been positive reviews. So I want to thank them for taking the time to review my business. Let's see if there's anything else on my home dashboard that I'd like to point out to you. Getting more reviews. people ask, how do I get people to leave me a Google review? Well, you can say, hey, leave me a Google review. But if they don't know how to get there, they're not going to do it. They're not going to take the time to find out how to do that. So to get more reviews, we have this share review form. I click this, I copy the link, I send it to the people that I'm asking to make reviews for me. That's simple. Now, all they have to do is click that link, and then they'll be able to leave that review. I'm going to grab a sip of tea for a moment. 1 second. Excuse me. All right. So then there are other things. There are insights. You can see how many people have seen your business profile. You can see how many people have clicked through to your website. A lot of useful information here. This was just the dashboard, the homepage. But let's go over here to the left side. If I click on posts, it brings me back to all of the posts that I've created. These are the posts that I've had in the past. And I have this button down here at the bottom right. If I click there, it brings up create a post like we saw previously. Info. This is important to have correct and up to date for your business. Things like your business name, address. For me, it's my location and service area. So here in this area, I have the cities surrounding where I am physically located, because I don't work out of a brick and mortar business, out of like a storefront. So I don't want to put down like a personal address. So I can put a service area so people kind of know the general vicinity where I'm located. If you have a brick and mortar location, or even more than one brick and mortar location, you can put your exact address. Business category. So I show up here as marketing agency, marketing consultant, and internet marketing service. If you are a pet supply store, you could have pet services, pet supplies. So whatever industry that best encapsulates you. Now, you may jump in here to find the different industries and find that there's not one that's real close, real specific to what you do. Pick what's closest to what you do. It just helps people to be able to find you when they're searching. Phone number, website, ways that people can reach out to you. We want to make it easy. The easier you make it, the easier it is for them to reach out to you. A lot of people in the younger generation don't like to make phone calls. Do you have a website available with an email address, maybe a calendar link that they can make appointments with you? Make it as easy as possible for them to be able to reach out and contact you. Now, more kind of beyond the basics are your hours, letting people know the general time that you're open. This is especially important if you are a brick and mortar business. People look to this. So I want to go to Target on a Sunday evening. I look up the business and I see on Google what their hours are. Now, if that's not up to date and I get to the business, I'm frustrated. So having this up to date as much as possible, this is how people, more than likely, they're looking to this Google page before they would call your business to ask what your hours are. So having all of this up to date is crucial. Appointments. If you are someone that takes appointments, this is great. This makes it that much easier for people to be able to click and connect with you easily. Listing the services that you offer, putting a description of your business, letting people know who you are, what it is that you do. If we go here, I'll go back to my Google business profile. Here's information about my business, just letting people get a general information about who I am, what I do, because if they're looking for a particular service from me, this may help them understand, is this the right business? Is this the business that I want to reach out to? If I'm looking for someone to develop a huge website with SEO, they'll realize I'm not the person for that. I'm more, social media, small websites. They can find that information because I've listed it here. And again, the photos and logos, that's crucial because that helps people understand who you are. They come across your page, they see the logo. Oh, I'm familiar with that business. from a marketing standpoint, it's crucial to have that. Let's go to insights. So this shows me how many searches I've come up in. It shows me how many listings on search and on maps I've come up in. So this shows you, what's going on, how many people have visited your website, how many people have called you. It shows you the type of thing that is happening with the Google business profile. And I wanted to say quickly, I see some people have some questions. I will try to get to those at the end. If I'm not able to answer all the questions, I will try to send out a follow-up email to respond to those, or we can set up a time to chat one-on-one. Google reviews, so helpful for your business. This shows people that other people have had a great experience with your business, whether they've come in personally, whether they've purchased a product from you, or they had great customer service on the phone. The beauty of Google reviews is that you can ask people for reviews. So people that you know who have had a great experience with your business, you can ask them to leave you a review. Someone who maybe hasn't had the best experience, I maybe wouldn't ask them for a review because they're not going to leave a good review. People worry about Google reviews. What if someone leaves me a bad review? That's going to happen. And I think we'll talk about that more in this presentation toward the end. It's the way you respond to a bad review. And like I said, I think we'll talk more about that later, but reviews really help your business. One, it's said that it helps kind of in the Google algorithm in terms of how you come up in search. But two, when someone does find your business, it helps them to understand the experience that people have had. So if you are, let's say, a yoga business, if people are reviewing the different aspects of your yoga business, I liked this particular yoga class or this particular instructor, it helps other people to, learn about your business and how other people experience it. So calls, I have this set up for my business, but I just set it up recently, so I don't have a call history. But here you would have listed anyone who has clicked that call button to call you directly from Google Business Profile. I'll just quickly go over these last parts. Messages, if you turn on the chat, people can chat with you through the profile to your profile manager here. Again, photos, sharing what it is that your business does, what your business looks like, sharing your products, sharing your services, letting people know exactly what you do. I'm not going to click on website here, but this is an actual website creator. If you don't have a website, you can integrate that through Google Business Profile. And one last thing I'll touch on here is if you need to have if someone else is going to come in and manage your Google Business Profile. For example, if someone were to hire me to manage their profile, they could add me as a user and I can go in and work on their profile. So for now, let's get out of this. We've gone through a little bit of a basic walkthrough. So let's keep going. Does a small business need to have a Google Business Profile? Yes. A lot of times when I have people ask me questions about social media, digital marketing, it's like, well, it depends. I would say yes, emphatically yes. So who would need a profile? A brick and mortar business, someone that has a physical location. You could be a hybrid business. So what does that mean? You serve customers at your business address and you visit them directly. So let's say you're a plumber and you have a physical location, but you actually go out to people's homes. They typically don't come to you. You go to their home to fix their problem. Or for someone like me, I'm a service area business. So I visit or deliver to customers directly. So I do generally, prior to COVID, would meet with people one-on-one. But a lot of what I do is online. And then it's saying this with a service area, like a plumber or a cleaning service. So what are the benefits of a Google Business Profile? It's free. you can jump on, you don't have to pay anything to have a profile. You do have to verify your profile, which means once you start the process, they're going to ask you to either verify by mail. So you'll give them an address, they'll send you a postcard, you type in a number, it verifies your profile. You can verify by phone, by email. I think they do instant verification now, or another type of verification, but it's, in terms of actually having to pay money, it is free. It helps customers find you. Customers who maybe who didn't know about your business before. If I type in bookstore near me, a ton of bookstores pop up that I was never even familiar with. So having that profile helps the customers find you. It's relatively easy to use once you kind of get the hang of it. It's easy to update information about your business. You can do that on the computer. You can do that on the phone if you don't drop it. There's an app that you can have on your phone to update information. And the best part is that you control the information about your business. That's crucial. In the past, a Google business profile gave a business a competitive advantage. It was good to have that. But today, not having one gives you a marked disadvantage, and you lose the opportunity to tell potential customers about what you do, where you are, when you're open, and how others feel about you in their reviews, and anything else you want to tell them. So before it was a good thing to have, now it's crucial to have that. So what can you do? This is a lot of information. What can you do for your business and your profile? Create a Google business profile page if you haven't done that yet. It's fairly simple. It walks you through, you enter in some information, it asks basic information, your business name, the business category that you're in, your address, your phone number, your website. That's all information that you know. So setting that up is fairly easy. You want to optimize your account. You want to make sure that you have updated profile pictures, updated logos. If your business moved, you want a new picture of that outside of your business. If your hours have changed, you want to make sure that information is updated as well. Your contact information. Has your phone number changed? Has your website changed? Make sure that you're keeping that up to date. You'd be surprised at, we think about, oh, I'm updating my website, but we forget all of the different places where we need to update that on social media, and especially on your Google business profile. And learn about the platform, because you don't want it to feel intimidating when you do need to jump in there. It can feel intimidating, right? Just the back end of it. There's a lot of things, a lot of information. So actually just kind of taking maybe an afternoon to sit and go through each section. Well, what does this mean? Performance, what does that mean? Thinking, oh, well, I have a place where I can do posts. How can I make these posts? And something I wanted to mention about this as well, you can create posts here, but there are also third-party platforms. I offer a platform through my business, but also companies like Hootsuite offer the platforms where you can schedule your content ahead of time. So if I know, let's say, there's a holiday coming up and I'm not going to be on there posting that day, you can schedule that ahead of time, and you can do that with these posts as well. Just get to learn, I will say that you can click around in here. You're not going to break anything, right? So clicking on create post, well, what is that? Take a look, kind of explore, give yourself some time to get to know the platform. Let's face it, years ago, before social media was really a big thing, we didn't know what we were doing when we got on Facebook. And now the majority of us, I think, are Facebook pros. We can flip through and see what's going on. It's the same thing with this. You jump in, you take the time to learn it, and it will make things a lot easier for you. And there was one other thing I did want to point out. Up here at the top, I'm at marketing kit www.withgoogle.com. And you know what? Let me drop that in the chat box. Let's see. If you already have a Google business profile, this is a really awesome free tool to give you some free marketing materials. So you can get free stickers, posters, social media posts, and a lot more through this. So if I scroll down, you can see if someone has left a review about your business, you can create a poster. You can create a social media post from that. So you're not having to do all of the work. Google is doing some of that for you. You can customize posts that you want to share. If you've got a promotion, you could share that there as well. It's a really awesome free tool. All you have to do is enter your business. So a local business in my area, Arbor Crossing Chiropractic. So I can click on here and then they auto populate that for me with the information from the business. You don't have to go in and type all of the information. They generate that for you. So there's a lot of great information, a lot of great tools to use with this. It's just a matter of learning those tools, jumping in head first, I guess you could say. So that's a lot of information. There's a lot more that I can share, a lot more that I wish I had time to share. But just a quick moment to reflect. This is a lot of great information. Information is great, but it's the action that we take with that information that really propels us forward. So what are some things that you could do today or within the next week or two from the information that you've learned, or just having Google in the forefront of your mind to help your business? If that means actually signing up for a profile, do that. If that means you have a lot more questions and you need to follow up, that's what I'm here for. We can connect. Let me see if I can answer a couple of questions. Let's see. Some of these are really specific to certain businesses. So it looks like with some of these, I'll be following up. I will follow up after. Let's see. Some of these are very specific. So I will try to follow up with these after the presentation. So wrapping up here, if you're looking for anything to do with social media for small business, digital marketing for small business, you type this into Google and you're down the rabbit hole. There's so much information. A lot of the information applies to small business. A lot of it doesn't. A lot of it is real high level for major corporations, Exxon Corporation, Ford Motor Company, not for a smaller business. And so I have created the Simple Savvy Marketing System to help make this a unique brand experience for your small business. Within that, I offer different services. You can do it yourself. I can teach you. You can take that information and do it yourself. We can work together in a coaching sort of program to where I can give you some information and teach you, you implement it yourself, and we kind of, meet in the middle to see your progress, and then done for you. If you just want to hand this over and say, look, I don't want to deal with this, I just want to pay someone to handle it for me, I can help with that as well. The one thing that I'm really proud of that I've implemented recently is tech tutoring that's one-on-one. This is one of my paid services where we work together one-on-one through Zoom, and we go through like today's Google business profile, setting it up, having questions about how to use it. We will set up a time one-on-one where you and I can interact. I can share my screen, you can share your screen, and help you in the best way that you learn. Do you learn by watching? Do you learn by doing? I have a bit of an education background, so being able to implement that teaching in a way that's best for you. I'm really proud to be offering that. It's a new service that I'm offering. So with that, I would like to say, if you want to know more, I've got more webinars coming within this year. Next month, we have branding for small businesses. After that, we have word of mouth, why reviews and testimonials matter for your business. And that's where we're going to talk more about Google reviews and things like that. So you won't want to miss that. After that, we've got Facebook and Instagram tools, how to use those, and then digital marketing as customer service. If you'd like to have a chat, a free consultation, is this right for your business? Are you having trouble? Are you struggling with managing it? Let's just have a chat to see, what it is that I can kind of guide you through or help you with. And then my contact information is here as well. Again, upcoming webinars, a free consultation, my contact information, and we are at the end of our webinar today. I want to thank you for taking the time to attend. Thank you for taking the time to put in for your business. Unfortunately, at this time, I will be answering questions offline because a lot of them are very specific. So if you do have a question, feel free to pop it in here, or you can reach me at jennifer@McArdleMedia.com. So it is still morning where I am, so good morning. Depending on where you are in the world, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for attending.